Monsieur Kairidis, suivi pour le conseil de Madame Dobreva.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would like, first and foremost, on behalf of the national parliaments, to congratulate the working group for the job it has done. Now, I'm afraid this might sound a little bit self-congratulatory, but this is what it is, and I'm here representing the national parliaments. It is a well-structured proposal, a set of proposals based on three pillars: legal migration, irregular migration, asylum and integration policies. And this brings some clarity to the topic and helps us be more practical. Now, the proposals are of high quality. They have a practical focus, as they should be. Obviously, some of them are too ambitious, but who we are to say to our citizens not to dream and not to ask for more. Now, the national parliaments have not rejected any or filed any kind of amendments to these proposals, so you should consider here in the plenary the national parliament in agreement. Obviously, the Ukrainian crisis has played a role, and it has brought us closer together. It has taught us that the solution is more Europe and more solidarity in that regard, which was not always the case in the past. Now, if I were to summarize the proposals in 5 basic principles, I would say that 1, migration, the underlying assumption is that migration is a historical phenomenon that needs to be better managed but cannot obviously be abolished. 2, that in the field of migration, we have too much of national fragmentation and we need better coordination and more Europe if we are to be effective and successful. 3, we need clarity, transparency, accountability, and more resources. Migration policy, even on a national level, is often too much confused between various agencies within the state. It's a different agency to get a work permit, a different agency to get a Schengen visa, a different agency to get asylum status, and a different agency to get citizenship. And this needs to be better clarified and accessible for anybody who is interested. 4, we need border protection and better protection against the hybrid attacks that we have seen coming from Belarus recently and Turkey in 2020. And finally, and I want to underline that, we need full respect of human rights and the law and the international law. And in that, I have to commend our citizens for their sensitivity that made that very clear from the beginning. Obviously, this is a difficult equation, but here we are to try to make it happen. Thank you very much, and it was wonderful working with Alessandro and everybody else. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Je passe... Merci.